watching is too much sometimes. Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to my first live commentary of the month of March. Uh, this is a 1991 sci-fi action film starring Tim Thomerson, Helen Hunt, and the gorgeous Megan Ward. So that's why I'm doing it. Trancers 2. Yeah, I skipped the first one because it's a Christmas movie. I'm going right to the second one. I'm watching it right here on my phone, so on YouTube. So at least now I don't have to watch it on my DVD player. The chat's open for you guys if you want to see it with me. I got all day. Full Moon Productions. Yeah, I don't want to show the logo. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. That's why I'm using headphones for the most part. It's short. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. Unlike Dune Part 2, which is way too long, this is about an hour shorter. An hour and change shorter. You don't need to be 3 hours to get the point across. Mario, the Star Wars movies, most of them are under 2 hours. Well, they're about 2 hours and change, but they're not 2 hours and 46 minutes. Helen Hunt and Megan Ward. Yum yum. Biff Mannard. Yeah. Only two actors from the first movie come back, Thomerson and Helen Hunt. Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, I forgot he was in this movie. I was going to see the DVD, but it's dual air, so I'll just watch it on YouTube. I have an ad block, so it won't interrupt me. Alison Croft, Thelma Hopkins from Family Matters, Art LaFleur. You've seen him in a lot of stuff. You got Barbara Crampton. See, a lot of women in this movie, Josh, not just Helen and Megan. Sonny Carl Davis and Richard Lynch. Rest in peace, Dr. Wardo. He did a lot of those full moon movies in the 90s. Kathleen Coates did the production design. I enjoyed Dune Part 2. You saw my live review last night, but it's too long, guys. If there was a movie that needed to be 20 minutes shorter, it was that one. And any other movie that comes out this year that's at that same running time. Hopefully Furiosa is a lot shorter. And Deadpool and Wolverine and Godzilla X Kong and Frozen Empire. I already checked it. Ghostbusters 4 or 5, whatever, is an hour and 49 minutes. That is perfect. That's not too long, not too short. Perfect. You don't need to drag the movie down to size. Charles Band, yeah, produced and directed this movie. He's a good director sometimes. He did the Puppet Master films and other Full Moon projects as well, and Doll Man and all that. There's Helen. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in years, and I want to get it on Blu-ray one day. So maybe Megan Ward, if she goes to a convention, I could get her to sign it. She's probably going to go to a sci-fi convention instead of a Comic-Con, mainly because some people don't know who she is. Here's the narration. That's better than the one in Dune because, Thomerson can act. Florence Pugh didn't want to be there. She's like this the whole time. But this is not about Dune. Hey, Josh. Only mention Thelma, Megan, and Helen in my review. Barbara got a few mentions. I've seen a few full moons like Trancers, but that's something. Yeah. Also, I recommend the Puppet Master movies, Josh. Most of them. Not all of them are good, but this narration is short, and there's no subtitles in this movie. I promise. And Megan Ward has the hottest line in any science fiction movie, and that's saying a lot because we have "Live Well and Prosper" and "May the Force be with you" and all that, and "May the odds be forever in your favor." The Hunger Games. There she is. There's Rachel, Thelma Hopkins. And this film is rated R, something that I think Dune should have been, because then they could have shown the violence and not hold back. It's a good movie, but it's not my favorite movie of the year. It's in my top 5, but that's about it. It's not going to be number 1. Maybe it'll be 4 or 5, depending on how the year is. It's the best film of this year so far, only because there wasn't much to go against. You got Mean Girls, Madam Web, and Lisa Frankenstein, and The Beekeeper, which I'm going to see next week. Stillwell, I used to live near there. And it's funny how Tim Thomerson is married to 2 people in this movie, which is illegal now. but it's the future. It's a science fiction movie. Hmm. This is my favorite of the movies. This one and the first one, because three Megan Moore is just a cameo. Get some water. Jack Death. That's a cool name. Deth. Some sci-fi movies are better without having subtitles. Puppet Master, they look embarrassingly bad. They're fun, Josh. Give them a chance in October at least. You don't have to do it now. So I don't know if they will interest me because of my experience with Killer Clowns. No, this is a long franchise that's still going on. It's stop motion. It's not animatronics. Love the music in this movie. Because Killer Clowns, I did a podcast. I know you weren't going to see it because I know how you feel, but again, no subtitles. I hate reading subtitles. The first time I read subtitles in the theater was, that was not a Star Wars movie. A foreign movie was Godzilla, the original Gojira. That made sense because it was only 95 minutes. It was not 2.5 hours. Plus, that movie is amazing. It's a classic for a reason. I like to watch a movie, not read it. That's why I'm going to see the Godzilla movies that were made that were not subtitled, like King of the Monsters and Godzilla versus Kong. Mostly doesn't have subtitles. At least there's no fake Freeman language. Hasahala and all that. Yeah, I don't care. I just don't care. I have an attention deficit. If you don't grab my attention right away, I lose interest, especially when you do too much of this. Hmm. If they just don't look scary to me, they're not scary. I did see, a movie on YouTube last year. I finished Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. As bad as over the top as that movie is, it's short. A movie like that would not work if it was 2 hours. It would just be padded. Yep, she is. And without her Ellen Hunt, Twisters is not going to work. That movie, I hope it fails so that we could get no more tornado movies unless they're on Netflix or something. Because the theater I went to yesterday again was mostly empty because people saw the running time and ran away. They were like, "I can't sit in the theater that long," and I will not sit in the theater that long again. Mm-mm. I already saw Lord of the Rings in the theater, all three of them, but one at a time. And I was younger back then, free time. Now my time is limited in the theater. I don't want to be there for all day. Dune 3 or Dune Messiah and Spider Verse movie better not be 3 hours, or I pass. Hard pass. I don't need 3 hours of this of CGI cartoons hitting me in the face. It better be 2 hours or less. You don't need the third act to be the longest act. Jurassic Park 3 was the shortest. Hmm. You don't need to make movies that long. James Cameron is going to make movies that long until he dies, and even after he's gone, they're still going to have. He'll have a successor to make his 3-hour epics again. I'm tired of it. I'm burnt out. That's right. Kiss that beautiful woman. This is International Women's Month, so you're going to see a lot of estrogen in this month. She is so gorgeous. Has a big nose, Josh. You know how I feel about that. This is why Catherine Hahn didn't do something this long. WandaVision, no episode was that long. It was like the longest was like 30 or 40 minutes. That's perfectly short. You don't need an hour and a half or 2 hours for a show. Hold on. I really enjoy this film. I haven't seen it in years. This and the Police Academy movies, the first two, I haven't seen them in a long time. So seeing them, brings back a lot of memories from adulthood. That's right. Kiss that beautiful woman. Own it. We're 10 minutes in. Well, it says 11 minutes, but I started the movie. No studio mandating ever again. No, not mandating, Josh. I mean, Rebel Moon, I get why people were pissed that they cut it, but there was a reason that it wasn't 2 hours and 45 minutes. I couldn't sit and watch it for that long. If Rebel Moon Part 2 is that long, I'm going to see it in parts. That's it. Because at home, I'm in control of what I watch. In the theater, I'm at the mercy of the. There's a transfer. A transfer is there. Yeah. In the theater, I'm at the mercy of the film projectionists and the people that run the movie theaters, but not at home. At home, I make the decision. Create a different edition for physical media. Yeah, like they did with Blade Runner, the first one. Not quite. Puppet Master is the only recommendation you can give. No, I also recommend Doll Man and Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. See those. Those are worth your time, Josh. Trust me. They're low budget, but they're not Asylum. There's no bad CGI or horrible acting, and it's not Madam Web. I will recommend anything that's not Madam Web. Anything from Full Moon is still better than Madam Web. Even the worst films there. I'd rather see Doll Man versus Demonic Toys than ever watch Madam Web. There's another girl. I think that is that Barbara Crampton. It is. She looks like Kate Winslet. McNulty's a woman, yeah. Oh, so he's in someone else's body because the transfers could take a transfer to someone else's body, but it's not. You know, it's not a tranny. It's not that. Don't misinterpret this. It's like remember in Jumanji 2 and 3 where Jack Black the girl was in the body of Jack Black. Instead, it was a transfer. Beautiful woman. Yeah, I would love to meet Helen Hunt or Megan Ward, and I would talk to them about these movies because why not? Everybody knows Helen Hunt from As Good as It Gets and Twister and a bunch of other things she's done, but I've known most. I like her in these films. Or Mad About You when she did that in the 90s. Yeah, that's why she didn't do 3 because she was busy. What is that noise? Oh, somebody walking. I thought the ceiling was crumbling. I'm like, please no. I don't want to get hurt in my pocket. I heard of Doll Man, but they're like Asylum budget. No, there's low budget, like this movie is, and they look horrible. It's not horrible, Josh. It's not horrible. So it's debatable. I wouldn't harm. It's not Asylum. Asylum is stuff that has a bad CGI or a micro budget where the Sharknado movies are meant to look ridiculous. But I'm saying like some of the Sci-Fi Channel movies that they did, yeah, it's not the Asylum. Trust me, I've seen worse. I have seen way worse in this decade. Because The Mummy Returns, that's a big budget blockbuster, and the CGI at the end looks horrible. It looks horrible. It's almost Asylum level or Dungeons and Dragons from the year 2000. That was a big budget movie that looked like the Asylum. This does not. This is just low budget like the Terminator, the first one. There you are, my gorgeous space queen. Mm, mm. You are the most gorgeous woman in any full moon movie I have ever seen. And considering the movies that I saw over the years, that's saying a lot. She's oh, oh my god. She is so feminine. Her that long hair, no frackies, none of that. Beautiful hair. She has that long straight hair that I love so much. She's a brunette. She's wearing pink, which is very feminine. There's Jeffrey Combs. Yes, that's another one, Josh. Reanimator. See that. And the two sequels, even though the second and third one are they dip in quality, but the first one is really good. The effects are fantastic. Still to this day, I know. Ah, you beautiful feminine creature. There's Richard Lynch. Rest in peace, man. I forgot to mention Christopher Walken in my review because he's not in it much, but he does good for a man that's almost 80. He's the emperor, you know? See, we're almost 20 minutes in and I'm not bored. Because this is why I will not see Oppenheimer this year. It's just too long, guys. It's way too long. Interstellar, I could do that at the end of the year. I'm not going to do that for the first half. The first half of this year already felt longer than this. I'm looking them up now as I watch this. I didn't go after Reagan in the review. Of course not, Josh. She is the most gorgeous thing in this franchise. She's only in two and three in a cameo, but she leaves an impression on you. She has more screen time than than Leah Sedao in Dune. She does way more screen time. Leah Sedao was an extended cameo, and then she's gone. I don't know. It just a green world. You beautiful creature. Yeah, sleep, you heavenly creature. You get my water. Ah, that's good. I needed it. Was too hot up here. That was blasting the air, the heat. I've already seen Reanimator once. I probably wouldn't like the other one, so I'll probably skip it because the first one is a classic from the '80s. I know that was before your time, so. Hmm. Ah, you beautiful, beautiful creature. I love looking at her, and I love listening to that beautiful voice. It's so soft and elegant, and it's not loud. So a sedative or a tranquilizer. That's what I need to sometimes take meds just to get through the night. Well, not anything prescribed. Uh, like some Benadryl because it helps me sleep. Rabbit. I'm seeing it on my iPhone. See my iPhone 12. I got it for Christmas. I've been using it ever since. I got these headphones for my thanks to my sister. Thanks, Jessica. Excuse me. You woman. I just want to meet her at a convention and give her a nice hug and say, "You're gorgeous." I can't. I can't hold it in because I'm going to be blunt with women. I'm just yeah. I'm going to say it. When I met Olivia, I couldn't move, Josh. You don't know how scared I was. My legs were shaking, and I never felt that way when I met a celebrity before because I haven't met a female celebrity until that time. Because most of the celebrities I met at my sci-fi convention in '99 and 2018 were all male. So when I when I met a woman, I was like, yeah, it's a good thing that I met her. When I did. How far are we in? We're 21 minutes in, and not a subtitle to be seen. I don't mind reading a text. A text is fine. When the text scrolls up the screen, that is fine. That doesn't bother me because it's short. In Star Wars or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, or even Little Shop of Horrors, that doesn't bother me. But when I have to read subtitles right in the middle of the screen, it's a problem. Or something before my time, it didn't bug me. We met cry for my anxiety. I know, Josh. I know. You don't have to tell me. I'm not sure a female celebrity would like meeting me. They like meeting anybody that can talk. It's not like you're missing limbs, you know? Knock his eyes out. Again, guys, early 90s film. My battery is at 76%, so it's enough time to watch the movie. She does look like Kate Winslet a lot. Her and Catherine Newton, because I saw her, Josh, at Comic Con, and I couldn't move. She is beautiful and really friendly. Has a gorgeous smile. Has alabaster skin that glows in the dark. No one's anti technology now. Most people are just on their phones the whole time. Alice Stillwell. Yes, wife. Alice Stillwell. Mm, yes, sir. And the most beautiful body in the movie. Yep, she does know. Look at that face. I was going to start the podcast at 12, but I had to clean my room. It was a mess. And there was a lot of dirt on the ceiling. Hmm. I will not be doing a podcast tomorrow. I'll probably just see a film. I can talk to women and guys, but I'm not. I don't know. I know that, Josh. You don't have to tell me things you already know. I don't have hesitation. I was hesitant to see a 2 hour and 46-minute movie in the theater. That I'm not going to do again. So if Furiosa's that long, I have to stay home and watch it. I can't watch it in the theater. Wonka is under 2 hours, so I'm going to watch it next week on Max. So that will be a breeze to get through. And Chalamet doesn't speak anything else in the movie, so I'm fine. I'll make it. I gave this the same rating on Letterbox that I gave to Dune Part Two. I can't give it 5 stars. It's too long. If it was shorter and I didn't have to read as much, it would have been a 4.5 star movie or 5 star movie. I can't give a 5 star movie to a movie that's completely subtitled. Sorry, unless it's a foreign movie, completely foreign, not like it's in English at all or American Sign Language. That doesn't count because you're using your hands. But using this, yeah, I can only stand so much. Yep, slow mo. And at least, Josh, this movie has a better budget than Madam Web. It cost way less and it made more money. And it got a bunch of sequels after this, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Even though Thomerson's not in that one, I would skip that one because he's not in it. That's right, bang, 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 boy. This is fun. It's good to see a sci-fi movie be short and sweet. They're gone now. They're biodegradable. Nice one-liner. I forgot about that line. Again, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. When was this film added? 11 months ago. March 12th, 2023. So about a year ago. Good. And there's no ads. There she is. I wrote a nice comment about her on YouTube. And Helen Hunt took the she took the news rather well because she said, "Your wife." She could have slapped him in the face, but again, he was married in a previous timeline. You don't like foreign movies a lot, so it shouldn't matter. Yeah, again, I don't want to read, Josh. I can read a comic or a book if I want to read at a leisurely pace. When you have to read, be forced to read in the theater, it hurts. Yeah, a lot. I stopped after Trancers 3 like you told me to. Yeah, because 4 and 5 I haven't seen yet. I'm gonna try to the film commentary. Yeah, you should do that, Josh. Don't hesitate. You act like people can't understand what you're saying. No, in the movie I saw last night, half the things I was like, why? Why? Oh, because it's in the book. Not everything in the book needs to be in a movie. It's a film adaptation. Just put the actions and the visuals and the characters. That's all you need. Slow mo time. Was that guy in the Phantasm movies? I think it was. I think he's the same actor. See, she screams like a girl too. And unlike Barbie, this movie is not feminist, overly feminist, saying men suck. I get it, movie. I get it. Okay, this is the month of females. I get it, but I'm not seeing Barbie because I'm not gay and I'm not a woman. I'm not the demographic for that movie. I don't even have a girlfriend yet, but I will by the time I'm in my 40s. And the picture quality in this looks amazing. It's probably the Blu-ray because the movie's on Blu-ray now. This is a way for me to see a movie without having to stream it on a TV or on my DVD player. Organic cookies. They won't understand what movies I'm doing or what I'm saying. Plus, I already said nothing in my collection for people. You have to be more brave, Josh. You can't be run away from everything. If you do, you won't even. You know, you don't have to be a turtle. You can go get out of your shell every now and then. I do it all the time. See, nothing to hide here. I have no imperfections on my face or my hands. People see what you see. What you see is what you get. That is a good line. He has some of the best lines in the movie, but the best one is from Alice Stillwell herself. Megan Ward. That's right. Kiss the girl. They are in the movie. They're not just side characters that don't do nothing. Yeah, on the poster, they're both on there, and they do meet each other. I am. I don't go to conventions to be scared of people. Trust me. I have to. I have to. I have to be brave to be in a room with thousands of people. Many people won't accept you. That's just the way it is, Josh. That's how society is. 32 minutes. Yikes. I'm not one of those people that run away from a camera. No, I never did. Even when I was a kid, before you were born, Josh, decades ago, I don't run away from cameras. I just don't like flashes in my face. I don't like that. Uh, no. Mm, mm. Oh, she's so yummy. I'm not a big foreign actor things. Most of the films I watch have to be in English mostly. One word in another language is not going to kill me, but reading for 20 minutes, yeah. It's the one thing that people didn't like about Shang-Chi. The first 9 minutes are subtitled. Why? Oh, they wanted it to be Asian, so you have to do the whole opening like everything everywhere all at once. Mm. I want to pet that hair so much. Do you know what that means? Mm. I know. She's very special to me. You don't have to be in a big budget blockbuster to get my attention. She's done some big films. She also did Joe's Apartment in the 90s. Not in society, but on here because of what I am. Yeah, again, Josh, I know you should have told me years ago. That's why I'm not gonna befriend people anymore that have a condition because then they just freak out of nowhere, and I don't need that. I don't. I'm sorry. I have an uncle that's like that, and he always comes here and eats all of our food and drinks everything. Yeah, that's a problem for me because he's invading my space and touching my stuff and eating my dad's food that he bought. It's a big issue. Yeah, it's like the criminally insane. I can't deal with them. I can't. There's enough people I got to deal with. At least in the theater, it was nice and quiet. I'll give it that. No loudness like when I went to the Barclay Center last week. That was way worse when it came to the experience because of the crowd. I am too. Gotcha, buddy. Yeah, there is violence here because it's an R rating. It's not a PG-13. That's right. Take that woman with you. See, if this is the Barbie movie, it would be the roles would be reversed. The man would be in trouble. I didn't tell you about my because I didn't feel people would believe me. Oh, trust me, Josh, I do. I found out on Facebook one day when it said happy people on the spectrum day or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's not for me this year. ADHD is something I have, but I can survive. I use what's around me to survive. It's called being resourceful. Hmm. Oh, there's that smile. Oh, that is a great line. The only man I've had sex with. Again, that's how it should be. There are some really good lines here. Hmm. How much battery power? It's charged now. Yes, fully charged. I'm glad. The battery of my phone is 73%. It'll make it. At least this movie's not 3 hours. I'm not seeing any 3 hour movies until the summer. That way I have time to heal from my long, endeavor last night. And I don't have to, yeah, there's those gorgeous pants. Those those beige pants and that shirt. Oh, I'm so turned on right now. Hmm. Then pleasure. I know the feeling. What's a heterosexual guy? Doing part two. This movie doesn't have scenes that go on forever. Yeah, exactly. I love looking at the movie. I just don't like hearing some of the dialogue. It's cringe because I don't want to read. They're yelling in a language that's not even real, and it hurts me. I know the first one had that, but still, it was less subtitles. It was more in the second half of it. This movie was almost throughout the entire film until the last 5 minutes. So I kiss her right in front of Helen Hunt. Yep. Again, he like he- the jealousy. I get it. I get it. Women get jealous real quick. Me, I can get over it because I'm not insecure about it. Again, Ellen, you are great, man. Never change. My other wife. She's so good, man. Mwah. Love that she won an Oscar, just like Brie Larson. That sounds awesome. TCL boomerangs. Again, in the Middle East, you can have 12 of them. And Thomerson is way older than both of them. But again, age does not matter to me if you're legal. Of course I do. It's Megan Ward. This is my wife from another timeline. I bet Wanda was married to somebody else in another timeline. We don't know. She is a mutant. They can say that now, Josh. So if they say that in Agatha, don't get upset about it. It's part of the teenager. Megan Ward was at least in her 20s when she did this. Teenager. I guess she's supposed to be playing like 18 or 19 because she's so young. Hmm. Helen is adorable. I didn't see these movies until after Twister because I didn't know Helen Hunt did sci-fi movies. I'm thinking of things to do live commentaries for a month. Look for movies on YouTube, Josh. There's a lot of free stuff you don't have to pay for. Anything with Megan Ward would be nice. I'm not going to see Joe's apartment because there's roaches in that, but I'll see it eventually because I saw a roach in Aquaman 2. So that was the cringe scene. That was the cringe scene in the movie. Yeah, Orm eating that gross, disgusting roach. It wasn't real, but it's still disgusting. I'm glad I didn't see it in the theater. Seeing that scene, we're 43 minutes in, and I'm making it. Hmm. Procreation is very important. It keeps our human race going. I want to go to a baseball game this year. It's a bomb. Duck. Yep, it was a bomb. The action is really good in this movie, by the way. Is this the scene? I think this is the scene. Yep, he's drinking again. Yeah. Yeah, here's the scene. 45 minutes. Best line. Yeah. Oh, I would love to make love to you right now. Again, greatest line, one of the greatest lines in cinema history. 45 minutes into again, he's attracted to women. What do you expect? Bond kisses almost every girl that he's ever been to. No. Mhm. Yes, too wide. I love you women so much. Mwah. Oh, she's not the sharing type, huh? Hmm. See, he's so good. Like his one-liners are fantastic. But her line, 45 minutes in, is the greatest line in cinema. It doesn't make me cringe, Josh, because if a woman said that to me and we known each other for that long or we're married, who am I? Why am I gonna be? Why am I gonna blush? That's who I am, guys. That's what I'm into. People don't have to question me ever again. Biker boyfriends. If I do get angry with Agatha, you won't. I have a right to get upset. It's not ruining anything. She's going to get her powers back. That's the premise of the show, Josh. She's not going to go after Wanda again. Why? Wanda didn't kill her. She could have killed her, you know. But whatever I want to do, I should be fine, not angered. It's a spin-off. Usually spin-offs are not as good as the original. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. She-Hulk was a spin-off of the Hulk and it's not as good. Here's a scene with two of the girls. Mm, no. Mm, mm. Oh, I wish. Ah, what a woman. See, they're not sexualized, Josh. But I just look at them and I'm like, yeah, they don't deflower them. They're not covered with masks and tubes in their nose like this. This is Dune. I'm gonna give you a second. This is them putting their things up their nose like this for the whole movie. Half the movie they're like this. Yeah, half of the time the movie they're like this. This is them for half the movie with things up their nose and masks over their faces. I want to see a beautiful woman's face. Thank you very much. Said that she wants to have her way with me. I'd ask them. I mean, why me? Because again, girls know what they want. Don't worry, I'm going to disinfect those headphones before I put them in my ears again. I respect Dune. Like I said, Denis is a great director. He can shoot films. He could direct actors. Yes, and his films look amazing. They're always going to be visually stunning. But less is more. When I saw the trailer for this, I was intrigued. Soap opera. This is a relaxing time. I don't have to walk outside today. We're almost an hour in. This film came out the same year as Terminator 2. Of course, that movie was more it overshadowed this because it was a big budget blockbuster everybody saw in the theaters. I didn't, but you saw an Angels cast, Angels jersey. The California Angels. Now they're the Anaheim Angels. Mm. They don't over sexualize it. They don't have to like strip in this movie. I'm just saying that what they're wearing is nice. It's something that normal women wear. Terminate them. Wink, wink. Yeah, that's Latin, which is a language that no one speaks anymore. I mean, my two least favorite scenes in the Avengers are the subtitle scenes with Natasha, where they're touching her face and they're speaking Russian, and then the Indian scene. But at least those scenes are short. No girl, not even Elizabeth Mackenzie, Karen, and Caitlin would never be treated like dirt. No, they're not. They know not to work with sleazy directors. You think Michael Bay is going to use Caitlin and shove the camera right up her keister? No, because she's not stupid. Megan Fox is, but besides hearing this with my headphones, I don't have to worry about a copyright infringement. Hmm, hmm, that's my Jack. Chili. Who serves a hot dog in an area like that? Hmm. Oh, Alice. You mean the 21st century? Most directors know they make girls sexy without being sleazy. Caitlin's like a brunette version of Adam Eve, recovering from her tragic loss. Yes, she is recovering, and she'll be fine. She's not alone. He's not stupid. Yep, gotcha. I'm Jack Death. Mm. Yep, she got a guy. If I mention what a great character this Alice Stillwell is, this beautiful creature, her and Rene Russo's character in Lethal Weapon, they're absolutely wonderful. They're strong women without being superheroes. At least Chani, Zendaya's character in Dune is not a superhero. She does get hurt. She's not invincible. And I would rather see Dune Part One and Two again, but skip some of the scenes that are boring over the sequel trilogy any day. They're a lot less painful when they're not subtitled. Yeah, this guy's plastered. Plus, Helen Hunt had to leave because she was filming her show, Mad About You, so she had to leave halfway through the film until the third act. Yep, time to hit the sauce again. Yep, they're showing up because where the booze is, that's where people go. Hmm. Different bodies. The first time. I don't need every girl to do a mainstream property. That's why I'm mostly fine with smaller things. And I'm more into brunettes than blondes. That's right. Kiss that woman. Yeah, Walt Disney got plastered in his later years. We're an hour in and we got 28 minutes to go. Not another hour and 20 minutes. Yep. This is why I don't drink. I don't want my brain to go backwards. Who's on first? Who's on first? I didn't ask who's on second. Who's on third? First base. My Olaf head. You're gonna do what to him? This mess needs to be washed, so I'll just wash that later tomorrow. Or it's a fun movie. I love rewatching this movie. It's short, sweet, and Megan Ward steals the movie for me. She does because she's the most gorgeous thing. I'm keeping this hat because I've only had it for a month. Now that it's March. The Sadie Brady Show. Lynch doesn't really do a lot in the movie. But he's in the film. What's this? Share the screen. I don't know what that means, but mhm. So he's an environmentalist. Hey, look, Robot Wars or Crash and Burn. Yes, that's a plug-in for Megan Ward's first film, feature film. Not a great film, Josh, I know, but she's wonderful. She proved that she could act, and she got many more films after that. Arcade, this Trancers 3. She's wonderful. I love her so much. More addictive than heroin. Wow, really? So is it that Bentatol or whatever that people are trying to shove up their nose? It looks blue. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to damage my body. Your voice is so soothing. Mm. And Josh knows why I'm so attracted to Caitlin Deaver because look at her. Listen to her. She's so feminine. There's nothing masculine about her at all. An Amtrak. I've been on an Amtrak. I haven't been on an Amtrak since I was 13. This dialogue is so wonderful. I'll say this: these Trancers movies are better than the original Dune from the 1984. But at least that version wasn't subtitled because they knew David Lynch knew that audiences don't want to read. That's why his movies are mostly in English. Even his weirdest films that he directed or produced do not have subtitles. So Shirley Temple, hmm he's the main character, so he has to get it done. Yep, they kidnapped Helen Hunt. But again, it was an early '90s film. She's not a superhero here. Mostly Megan does most of the action in the beginning. But I liked it. Arcade, I hated. Why did you hate Arcade, Josh? I don't know why. It wasn't that great, but again, I like watching it for Megan Ward. Crash and Burn is a decent film. It's a great debut for that wonderful creature. The score is really good. It sounds like the Batman theme. A little bit. And again, Tim Thomerson doesn't have to do a stupid Batman voice. Sorry, Bale. Sorry, Austin Butler, but your voice like this, it's not intimidating. You're not Voldemort. He's way more intimidating than you with just his fingers. And he has no nose, but he's still a better villain than you are. Yeah. Not happy birthday. I logged it Ladderbox in 2022 and I explained why I hated it. Because I gave it a chance and that's what matters. Here she comes. You are delightful. Yeah. Again, Walt Disney in his later years must have been hitting the sauce hard, man. I see Tomorrowland. Yep. Yep, they got her. Mm. She's so good, man. It's your loss, Twisters. You don't have her or Bill Paxton, you're gonna fail. Once Deadpool and Wolverine comes out, you're dead in the water. Look what happened with Solo when Deadpool 2 came out. It was dead in the water because Marvel it can't be beaten. Even when they fail, they still fail with some ambition. Love that big nose of hers. It's just amazing. because Jennifer Grey had to change her nose, get a nose job, and she looks completely different now. Why do girls think that big noses are an imperfection? No, they're great. If you don't look like a bird, that's right. Hide, you cutie. That's right. I'm vengeance. I did that movie, and that movie's longer than Dune. But the thing is, it was a one-off. There's going to be a sequel, but hopefully it'll be a lot shorter. Boing. 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's more the most you're getting from me. Also, this one is not a rip off of Terminator. Not as much. The first one was the same year, I think a year after Terminator, or around that time. Yeah. I come from the future to stop this. Except these aren't cyborgs. They're Trancers. Dun dun. Love the score here. Your voice is wonderful. I got to see another movie with her. If it was my choice, I would choose Alice over Lena, only because I like the younger chicks, and also she's a brunette. Sorry, but that's how I roll. It'd be a hard choice, but like I said, I love the brunettes. I just do. If you see my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, if they give Nia or Caitlyn something like this, or a spy, yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be a $200 million budget. With a Man of Color, I won't complain because I desire women. I have the Batman on 4K, and my sister has the Blu-ray. It looks great. It's also on Netflix. I'm going to watch it there on Sunday. That's right. Surprise, dudes. Thomerson is a boss, man. And see, he's a man. He doesn't get sidelined until the sixth movie. He's not even in that one. Yeah, that's right, Alice. That's why I was disappointed in three. Only for one thing, because Megan Ward and Helen Hunt are not in the film that much. Megan was doing another film, and uh, Helen Hunt was busy doing her show. So 4 and 5, they made them into westerns, but they're short. They're an hour and 14 minutes. The films got excessively shorter with each passing sequel. This one is the longest, I think, at an hour and 28 minutes. But that's still shorter than 2 hours or more. These women are so awesome, man. I had to celebrate a woman somehow, and this has two of them. So, well, more than two, but the two main actresses that I my heart belongs to. Older men like younger women, Josh. Look at the statistics. We like younger girls most of the time. I'm a mix of both. I'm into younger chicks and older chicks because, again, being hetero, that's kind of where the direction I can go. Young or older. Richard Lynch had a great voice, man. He did one of the um was it Nemesis? No, not Nemesis. It was the wait. I look at this as six, but I'm into. Well, I'm not a creep. I'm not a creep, Josh. I do this because it's called freedom of expression. Oh yeah, Cyborg. He was in Cyborg 3, The Recycler. He was one of the villains in that. That was terrible because Van Damme didn't come back after the first one. And I said the theatrical cut of Cyborg, not the director's cut that was not even needed, where they added things that were not needed. Because Cyborg 2, I haven't seen. It has Angelina Jolie. That one I have to watch sometime since she's a female. She knows what she is, unlike Ellen Page. Ew. Elliot Page, yeah. Please get out of here. You're a girl. You can't change who you are on the inside. So, ha, I'm a guy and I look like a guy. And I know that I'm a guy. I can blow kisses. It's a free country. Last time I checked, most of the girls in the Loud House, like three of them are legal. I'm fine. I'm in the clear. I'm not going after the baby and the 12-year-olds. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. They're not even fully developed yet. I want a fully developed woman. This is fun. A lot of action, very fast pace. The talking scenes are not long. There's just a couple of seconds or a few minutes, and it goes by quick. So, and it's an R rating, so you don't have to hold back with the PG-13. That's right. Take that, you Trancers. Even Helen gets a shoot at the end of the film. There's no crazy stunts like a Mission Impossible movie, but with what they do it well with the budget that they have and the locations. And there's not one bit of CGI in this film, so I commend them for that, for giving more effort than a lot of films that came out this year. Madam Web, this movie looks better, and this film came out over 30 years ago, so there's no excuse. Budget, locations are not an excuse, or the company that makes them. Full Moon never had $100 million budget, but they know how to use it well. Not the Captain America movie, Josh. The other Albert Pune movies, because he's done some movies that are actually well made. Doll Man is one of them. He passed away a few years ago. I want to go back and see his filmography that I missed. And what I like is that they don't kill off Alice in this movie. She's so good, man. She's also a good character, McNulty. I did see Captain America. That movie made me hate Albert Pune. No, he's done some other good films, Josh. Trust me. Before that and after that, don't blame him for that. Remember, the studio didn't give him much to do work with, and it's not like he had a Marvel budget. If he had a Marvel budget, it would have looked like the Chris Evans movie, which wasn't perfect either because of the turkey. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna watch his stuff. He's got to have something in there that stars a woman. Yikes. Oh, if he has something interesting that won't trigger anything out of me, but it wasn't 1994, Josh. It was 1990. It looked like a 70s film. You beautiful creature. See, she shows emotion. Again, this is a strong female character, J.J. Abrams. That's right. Kiss that beautiful creature. You deserve it. You're a wonderful woman. Everything about, nearly everything about Megan Ward is just a chef's kiss. She can act. She's beautiful. She's got, she's vibrant. She can emote. She has long, gorgeous hair. You send her back in time. There's Thelma Hopkins in her. It's a cameo. It's not a major role, but at least she's in it. When you love someone, you gotta, you know, put their needs before yourself. No, thank you, Megan. Thank you. On Earth, they bought a new home. Fortune teller. It's a good ending. A little bittersweet for Alice, but at least she doesn't die. She survives. That's right. Own it. And that was Trancers 2, guys. Such a fun sequel. An hour and 24 minutes. See? It still holds up. It's still very fun. And it goes at a leisurely pace, which is great after the 2 hours and 40 minutes I handled yesterday. Thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks, Josh, and the rest of you for commenting on my video. It meant a lot. So see you in the next one. End.